Hello, my dears. It is Monday. I hope you had a good weekend. I certainly did. I had 2 wonderful days of sunshine. Wonderful. I even spent yesterday on the hammock and I just decided to sway and do nothing but listen to the birds chirping. They had an interesting conversation and to feel the little blossoms floating down. It was great. How was your weekend? Certainly hope it's going well with you. This is Resilient Lives, beaming love and checking in on you. Here we are going into another week of being shut in. I don't know exactly what it is where you are. The protesters are having a fit with being shut in. But I want us all to be well. I want us all to get through this. And that's why we are doing this, to thrive and make it through this whole pandemic. We don't actually know when it's going to end, but we are going to know that we gave it our best shot and did all that we knew to do. Today I want to talk a little bit about something that I noticed I've said a couple of times, and I always laugh when I say it, but it's when I say, I don't know what day is it? And I laugh because I have 2 emotions going with that laugh. One emotion is, that's funny, you don't know what day it is. And then the other emotion is, what's wrong with you? You don't know what day it is. So I was really tickled to see that CNN had an article about that very topic. And it certainly was affirming to me because it was talking about how the pandemic is messing with our minds. I'm sure it's a different title, but basically that's what it's saying, because of this pandemic, we have been thrown out of our routine. And just by throwing ourselves out of this routine, it has sort of destabilized us. You know, we were used to a routine where we went to work, we commuted, those who didn't work from home, and then there was a commute time and a dinner time and a happy hour time and a time with your colleagues at work, and wham, it stopped. And we all seem to need those rhythms. Those are kind of like social cues that it's time to stop this and start that. And without those, it seems like it impacts our cognitive health. Who would have thought that without the regular routines that our cognitive health might be impacted? Now, maybe some of you have established routines on your own. This is what has been suggested in the past, is to have daily routines so that you can create your own rhythm and not be dealing with confusion. You know, if you don't have structure and you're trying to figure out what to do with your day, I'm told that bothers with your energy, depletes your energy, called brain fatigue. So we just want to keep an eye on how this whole pandemic is impacting our mental health, because we want to be healthy in all areas. We want to be psychologically, emotionally, biologically healthy. And if we if our whole rhythm is off, then we're not sleeping, we're not that hungry, so we got to get back on track. But an interesting thing, when I thought about this, what is it with that I can't remember the days, and then I saw the article, but then I remembered a book that was written by Brene Brown, and the title is I Thought It Was Just Me. Now, she has written quite a few books. I first saw her doing a TED Talk, and she was talking about vulnerability. But when I was thinking, kind of half thinking, because we've been busy with our days, but I did have that little antenna up, like, well, how come you don't know what day it is? And then I remembered this book that she had written, I Thought It Was Just Me. And when I saw the article, putting those all together, I was pleased to know that it's not just me, it's a number of people that don't really know what day it is. But when she's talking about I Thought It Was Just Me, she's relating that to when you don't feel like you're perfect, or the growth thing. Now, we know that perfection is not possible. We know that growth is possible, and each day we're striving to get better, but perfection is not going to be it. We're going to get good if we practice. But there is that cultural expectation that you do well, and some people have a habit, not anybody I know, but some people have a habit of shaming people. And in her book, she's talking about being shamed and being vulnerable because of something that you don't feel good about, or something that is impacting you. And those triggers are those things that would take you to this shame point. And of course, we are all working on having resilience, and we don't want to get in the habit of allowing us to be shamed by anybody. And so I wasn't feeling any shame when I couldn't figure out what day it was. I thought it was weird. My antenna went up. But I don't want you to feel shame or be blaming anything, because we are in a pandemic, and we have been going through a whole lot of history-making issues, and we've been doing it well. So it's important to continue to be diligent. It's important to do those things that help you to exercise your mind, and do your physical exercises, because this pandemic is impacting us in each area: body, mind, and soul, spirit, socially. And all these things are things that are causing us to grieve, to be sad about. It would be so good to hug somebody. I'm sending you a hug. It would be so good to just be free, to come out of our quarantine and resume our lives. It's not going to be the life that we know. It seems like it's going to be a while. But this is not the time to start worrying about every little thing that we do. Although we do want to be careful. If we notice anything that isn't well with our health, then we need to follow up on it. But don't worry about what day it is, because nobody knows what day it is. Have a great day. I love you. We'll talk again.